Hello, Linda. I see Bob is having some trouble with division. He's not using what he knows about place value, I see. And he's not using his division and multiplication facts very well either. Even though he has worked the same problem several times, he keeps getting different answers. Bob, I think you need some brushing up on division. Let's start our brushing up right from the beginning with very simple ideas. Here's an easy example. 12 divided by 3. As you know, there are two ways of indicating division. But we'll use this way of showing it. Of course, you know what the answer is. 4. But what does 12 divided by 3 equals 4 really mean? We can illustrate one meaning this way. Here are 12 squares. Let's divide them into equal groups with 3 squares in each group. There are 4 groups. By dividing, we found how many groups of 3 there are in 12. This time, let's divide the squares so that there are 3 equal groups. Now, there are 4 squares in each group. This time, by dividing, we found how many there are in each equal group. So you see, you divide to find how many equal groups, or how many in each equal group. Now let's review what the terms in division are called. The number to be divided is the dividend. The number you divide by is the divisor. And the answer is the quotient. The quotient tells us how many equal numbers, or addends, the size of the divisor, must be added together to equal the dividend. Now, Bob, do you remember how to check division? In even division, the quotient times the divisor should equal the dividend. As you can see, division is just the opposite of multiplication. Now, suppose a dividend can't be divided evenly by a divisor. Let's try 163 divided by 5. Let's remember place value: ones, tens, and hundreds. First of all, Bob, you have to remember that 163 is really 1 100, 6 tens, and 3 ones. Since you do not have enough 100s to make a group of 5, you must think of the 100 as tens, and so you have 16 tens. Bob, do you see? Now, how many equal groups of 5 tens can we make from 16 tens? You can't divide 16 evenly by 5. Do you know what to do, Bob? All right then, Linda. To remember that there are 3 groups of 5 tens in 16 tens, you have to think of the next number lower than 16 that can be divided by 5. That number is 15. Had you forgotten that division fact? Well, Bob, there's an easy way to remember a division fact if you forget it. When you're trying to think 15 divided by 5 equals what, and you can't remember, think of this. 15 equals what times 5? Your multiplication facts tell you that 3 times 5 equals 15. Because you know this fact, you know that 15 divided by 5 equals 3. So you see, the multiplication facts will help you find the answers in division. Now go on with the example, Bob. Notice that the 3 is in the tens place. That's because it answers the question, in 16 tens, how many equal groups of 5 tens are there? 3 of them. And 1 10 left over. Go on, Bob. Now we bring down the 3 ones. In this new dividend, 13 ones, how many groups of 5 ones can we find? And notice that Bob is putting the 2 in the ones place. 13 ones equal 2 groups of 5 ones, with 3 ones left over. Do you remember what this 3 is called? That's right. The remainder. 163 divided by 5 equals 32, remainder 3. Now, Bob, to check this example of uneven division, we multiply the divisor, 5, by the quotient, 32. Then we add the remainder 3 to the product. Now you can see that multiplication is opposite division. In division, we change a number into groups of equal addends. In multiplication, we combine equal addends. Now, Bob, let's try an example with a two-place divisor. 65 divided by 13. And let's remember place value. Now let's divide. Into how many groups of 13 tens can 6 tens be divided? None. So we think of the dividend as 65 ones. Now, to divide 65 ones into groups of 13, Bob is thinking, in 60 ones, how many groups of 10 ones will there be? 6, of course. But 6 is just a trial quotient. To see if 6 is the true quotient, Bob multiplies 13 by 6 in his head. He knows a quick way of doing this. He thinks of 13 as 1 10 plus 3 ones. 6 times 1 10 equals 6 tens. 6 times 3 ones equals 18 ones, which equals 1 10 plus 8 ones. Now Bob adds both products. 6 tens plus 1 10 are 7 tens, plus 8 ones equals 78. 6 times 13 equals 78. But 78 is larger than the dividend 65, so 6 is not the true quotient. That's right. Try 5. 5 times 13 equals 65. Since 65 is our dividend, 5 is our true quotient. 5 13s, or 5 groups of 13 ones, equal 65 ones. Very good. Now let's look at the problem that's been giving you trouble. 1,658 divided by 24. Here's what this problem is about. The school band is going to give a concert next month in the school auditorium, which holds 1,658 people. Linda and Bob are on the ticket committee, and they want to divide the 1,658 tickets to be sold equally among the 24 rooms of their school. How many tickets should each room get? Bob, can you work the problem now? Remember place value. Try out your trial quotients until you find the true quotient. You're forgetting place value. That's better. Be careful of your division facts. Very good. If you give 69 tickets to each of the 24 rooms to sell, you will have 2 tickets left over. You and Linda can sell those 2 extra tickets, can't you? Linda, do you want to check the answer? That's right. Multiply together the quotient 69 and the divisor 24. Then add the remainder, 2. Yes, it checks. Very well done, Linda. Now, Bob and Linda can get their work done. But what about you? Does your division need brushing up? Why not start now?